I want to talk about the kind of person I am when it comes to showing who I am. A lot of people that meet me often say that you are just like you are when I watch your videos, and in many regards I am. I'm often the very excited and sometimes the overly excited person. And at the same time now with this channel, I also have an outlet for the times when I'm not feeling good, when I'm sad about something, or when I have a mindful moment of clarity, something that's more from the heart. So I ask myself, what emotions do I not show on YouTube? And I was thinking about this as I was sitting in my office, and I think the moments when I get really mad or really furious. I mean, I'm not an aggressive type, I never subject anyone to that kind of behavior. I was on the bus the other day, a very early bus, and there was this guy who wasn't just obnoxious because he was a little drunk, but he was sort of aggressive in his behavior, and it just made me really mad. At the same time, I mean, I've never been in a physical confrontation in my life. I've never fought anyone, and I'm sitting there thinking, if this guy starts to swing at me, what will I do? But nothing happened. I did my best to diffuse the situation, and then I just left. However, those moments when I get really mad, it actually, funnily enough, often has to do with different kinds of injustice and sports. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy who stands on the bleachers like screaming, all the different names of genitals. I went to a game the other day and I was sitting there like, there are some really disturbed people, or maybe this is where they go to let go of frustration instead of doing other stupid, crazy stuff. But in front of TV, I can get really mad about when there's injustice, when it's just like, okay, the other team is better, fine. But when there's injustice, and injustice also falls on, seeing people get hurt, seeing news coverage or hearing about people that I know that has been hurt in different ways. That sort of thing can get me. I mean, I don't know what I would do if someone very close to me would be attacked. I don't think the boundaries that I would normally have would be there. I would just probably go amok on that person. I mean, I don't know the first thing about fighting, but I know one thing: don't ever fight someone who is just insane, because no rules apply. There's no Geneva Convention there. A friend of mine told me, this was many years ago, he got stuck in a place with 4 people that were mugging him. And he basically said, I'm not going to give you any money. And they were like, we're going to beat you up. Yes, you're going to beat me up because you're 4. But one of you or 2 of you is going to walk away really hurt. And they were like, don't fight with crazy people. So they backed off, and he was like, ee. I think those are sort of the most common emotion that I don't show. I mean, I've been sad on this channel, but I've also, I've cried in videos, talking about when friends have passed. But I do believe, and I made a YouTube documentary some years ago called They Call Us Vloggers, where we talked about this, the persona you put on, because obviously in this situation, I'm the only one here. This room is empty of people aside from me, and I'm the only one talking. If I'm in a situation where I have someone else there, we take turns talking. That's sort of what a discussion and a conversation is all about. But I do get really excited when I did the spending 18 hours at a square, and at the very end, when I was starting to get a little bored, and Stephanie shows up, and she wrote to me on Instagram, I'm going to try and rearrange my day so that I can go there. And then she did, and the thing is, I don't know who she is, but I just knew that this was someone who knew who I was, and I got really excited, very overly excited when I met her. And she said some really nice things, and she got actually the one who got me thinking about the things I show and the things I don't show. But I would say that I'm a pretty honest person when it comes to my persona, my online persona, because in many ways it falls in line with how I am in real life and on other platforms. Maybe not Twitter, because Twitter, yeah, I was watching sports again. I wanted to watch a game, and it was supposed to be on one of the channels I had, but for some reason I did not have that channel, although we had the whole package, and I went amok with this company on Twitter. And then I got a reply. It's like, "Hello, sorry you feel like this, but if you get this and this and this," and I was just ashamed. I was like, "Why did I write these stupid things? Like, what purpose does it serve?" That's the thing. If you're angry about something, don't use social media. Don't use social media. If you're sad about something, maybe there's something to learn. I mean, the moments when I've been sad, I've been having, this camera as an outlet, and because I know for a fact that by doing that it helps other people. But just getting angry about things in the moment doesn't help anyone. So that's me. That's sort of who I am. Someone who gets overly excited when he meets people, especially from other countries, and who sometimes should take sports with a little bit with a grain of salt. Good talk.